there. Let's start the stream. Right, welcome back to another episode 19 of the Aftermath Wrestling Podcast with me, Rugger.
Me, JD.
And me, Hazel.
Right, we haven't been around for a few weeks. We've all been very busy, but we can finally do a catch-up tonight with a lot of things. We've got a special guest, as you see. Hazel with us, my little boy. He wants to talk about NXT. So that's where we're going to start tonight. Me and JD will then take it from there once he goes up to bed, and we'll talk.
I like the commitment. Do you remember when we was first in there and we made notes?
Yep.
Now we go off our great memory.
Yep. So, I'm going to hand straight over to you, because what do you want to talk about with NXT? You need to update me and Johnny, because I haven't seen any of it. Well, I have seen it, but what? Talk to us.
I'll update you guys on just the last episode. So it kicked off with Ethan Page defending his title.
Why is he? Which champion is he then?
North American.
He's North American.
Is he back?
Yeah, apparently so. Who was North American before?
Ricky Sinks.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
And then Ricky Sinks lost it.
Okay.
That's the start.
Yeah.
And then it was NXT champion Chelsea Jane.
Who's that women champion?
Yeah.
Right.
She was talking to Ava about new arrival, Lady Ree.
Okay.
Who's that? I don't know.
I don't know who she is.
She is. I'm not sure if she's the winner of A.W.P, but
Right.
she's definitely new to NXT.
I don't think she is. I think she came from AEW. There is a new female from AEW that everyone's like, wow.
What about Evan Jordan?
I can't remember her name. I'll have to check that out.
The only thing I've seen of NXT in the last 3 weeks is a little YouTube short of him doing, "Hi Sean," behind his back, and he's got to guess all the women.
No, I'm not seeing that.
No.
No.
He was awful at it.
No.
And then Sol Ruka posted on her TikTok page, and it gets out of hand with Kalani Johnny Lash Legend. So
What happens? What makes it out of hand? What goes on?
They just argue, and then it comes into a match.
Okay.
I think later on.
Is this just this week's NXT?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I didn't get to watch.
What's been going on in NXT in general? Anything? What makes you enjoy NXT at the moment?
I like Trick Williams. That's what makes me watch it.
And
especially when he came TNA. TNA champion.
How long do you reckon he'll be TNA champ for?
2 weeks.
What, you reckon 2 more weeks and he'll be done? Who's winning it?
I reckon the guy who faced him last time from AEW.
What, Joe Henry?
No, not Joe Henry.
You mean TNA, yeah?
Yeah. I'll have to check on that.
Yeah, you will have to check on that. Because
Come back to us.
And then
Don't worry about Harry, we can never answer our own questions, mate.
Yeah, that's it.
We were hoping you were going to be better prepared than us.
And then it's just the Coling having a talk about Izzy Dane hitting
Who's the calling?
Sean Spears, Izzy Dane.
Oh, I like Sean Spears.
Yeah.
Is that what he's calling himself now, the calling?
Yeah.
Is he the boss?
Yeah.
Is it what the leader of the group is? He?
Yeah,
How many?
and
Yep. Who else? Anyone else?
And there's this another dude I don't know.
Okay.
And Izzy Dane last week took Jensen out with a chair.
Okay.
And then it was Sean Spears and another guy from the Coling.
Okay.
Do
you know his name?
No.
Okay.
Against Josh Briggs and his tag team partner from Japan.
Yeah. They're actually really good.
Yoshka.
They're a weird tag team, but they're really good.
Did you watch any of the AAA thing that was on before Money in the Bank?
Worlds Collide?
Yeah.
No, I've heard bits, but I didn't get to watch it.
You've not met Mr. Iguana yet?
I know about him, Mr. Iguana, yes.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, that's going off everywhere. That's hugely popular.
Mate, that was like having Santino Morella back in the ring. Honest to God, it was funny.
Yeah, I've heard it is.
It's a bit
comical
slapstick
as well.
for WWE, but
Yeah.
they've signed him now.
Yeah.
Like
They're on about putting him straight on SmackDown, aren't they? So, yeah.
Because they want to get his merch underway.
Yeah, well, he's already selling the iguanas, aren't they?
And then it's just General Manager Ava complaining to Ricky Saints,
Yeah.
attacking Ethan Page first thing of the night.
Okay.
Because he just came back from injury.
Who's current men's heavyweight champ in NXT? Who's the main champion in NXT?
Obafemi.
Obafemi. Is there anything going on with him?
That's later in the show, but I can tell you now.
Yeah, we jump around a little bit.
Yeah, it was Obafemi versus Jasper Troy for the NXT Championship.
You know who Jasper Troy is?
No, good.
Yeah, he
The
won.
winner of LFG.
Yeah.
No,
Big dude.
don't remember. Is he the one with the girlfriend who was in NXT?
I think he was. I think he's Roxanne Perez's partner.
Oh, yeah, no, I do know it is. The one with the long hair?
Yeah.
Yeah, the dreads.
Yeah.
Black guy.
The
yeah.
one who has the chain around his neck.
He does now. He didn't back then, but yeah.
Oh.
He's developed well. To be fair, the final of LFG was actually decent. Well, the semi-final was decent as well. It's actually really good what they've done with it. It's much better than Tough Enough.
I don't know. Maven still gets paid by WWE.
What I liked about NXT was they've got a tag team that have come up from Evolve.
Yeah.
Yeah, swipe right.
Yeah, Swipe Right. They're actually really good. Their storyline, they're not baby faces, but they're like
They're not like another
It's-
Axiom, are they?
no, they're more like Tyler Breeze and
Oh.
yeah,
Pete Dunne.
yeah, more like the Yes Boys.
Did
What they
you
called.
just say
Yeah.
Tyler Breeze and Pete Dunne? That's a bit of a random one, isn't it?
Yeah.
You mean Tyler Bate?
Yeah, you mean Tyler Bates?
I don't know.
You don't, no, you don't know who Tyler Breeze is. He used to be in NXT. He used to have a selfie stick and stuff and show
Oh,
off. a
yeah,
lot.
well, he's part of Fandango and...
He was, yeah, poser. So that's what Swipe Right is about. They're a bit poserish, aren't they? Slightly camp and all that, but yeah.
A bit like Prick Deadly.
Yeah, similar to them. But yeah, they're good.
And then NXT's reporter, Sarah, who tries to get.
Wait a minute, sorry. I don't want to interrupt you, but I want you to try and say that last name.
Don't know it.
Sarah Schneider.
Schreiber.
Schneider.
Schreiber,
Yeah.
we'll go with Schreiber.
I don't know. And then she tries to get some words out of Femi of his injury, but that won't happen because he was in medical.
Okay,
Still
how did he
in
get injured?
medical. Just before the Ethan Page match, he got attacked by Jasper Troy.
Okay, how did he get injured? What did he do?
Got slammed for a car.
For a
Choke
car,
slam.
Yeah.
You've seen that.
I did, but our listeners may not have heard this, and I know JD might not have seen it.
I definitely haven't seen it.
It was decent.
You haven't watched most of NXT, have you?
It was good though, wasn't it?
Yeah. And then Chase, you get back together.
Yeah, Chase U.
All
Yeah.
three of them. I don't like
Who's
Chase.
Chase you?
What's his name?
I'm just going to keep putting you on the spot.
I can't remember.
Anderson.
I can't remember. It's Chase University, isn't it?
Yeah. That's why they call
Guy,
it Chase.
search
U.
teacher guy.
I'll search it.
You must have seen it. The NXT guy who's like a teacher character.
No.
Oh, okay.
The only teacher I like is Abby Cartwright.
No.
Well,
She's
we'll
my
go on to that
favourite.
later.
Oh! Go on. Come on, Abby, hurry up. I'm joking.
It's nothing amazing. It's
Did she message you back finally?
no. But they've posted that she's obviously got her title match coming up,
Oh, yeah.
and it might be a ladder match. That'd be pretty cool.
No, you said number one contender, man.
No, she is number one. It's for the championship, so it could be.
Yeah,
a
to
because
go
last
to that
time
one.
we saw it,
It could be a
she
TLC.
beat someone
Yeah,
to become number one contender.
yeah, exactly. That's it. That's how we know she's number one contender.
And we were with Ellis. Do you remember
Yeah,
that?
that's it.
Yeah. And then the Glamour arrives back in NXT. I don't know who she is.
I think she's the
She's
one
one of
from A.W.P.
She's one of the top leaders in NXT. She's annoying. She's a bit like, what's his name?
Yeah.
Logan Paul.
Yeah, I can't remember her name. I don't know much about her. I know it's been hype because they're saying AEW dropped the ball with her.
Yeah.
But what I can't fully remember. Don't recall seeing her. As I say, I haven't watched it, but you sort of have, so you would know more.
Yeah.
Blake Monroe.
Who?
Blake Monroe is the glamour.
Oh, damn. Okay. And then that Lash Legend versus Ryan Sinclair.
Right.
Of course, Lash
You
Legend.
should like her because she's English, by the way. We support all English talent on this show.
True.
And then Lash Legend wins that match.
Yeah.
Zara again comes back on the show.
Yeah.
Gets to talk with Jasper Troy.
Okay.
About the match with A.W.P.
Yeah.
And then JC Jane and Lenny Reed, whatever her name is, for the NXT
Lenny,
Championship. I'm surprised you haven't seen that.
Is it a good match?
Yeah, JC Jane wins it, so she retains it.
Okay. She's in a group, isn't she?
Yeah, and then Ava comes out and says it might be a fatal four-way.
Okay.
The
What next?
pay-per-view.
Yeah. Which is.
Not NXT,
I
but
think they're not doing it at Evolve, are they? I can't remember when they're doing it. I think they've got like a Saturday night. They've got that, and they've got something else. I can't remember when it is. So
Takeover.
you sort
They
of
don't do as many takeovers anymore.
No, they don't call them takeovers as much either. But yeah.
I like that.
Anything
and
else?
then Josh Briggs and his partner I don't know his name.
Yeah, his tag partner. Yeah.
Yeah. They talk about losing the match because he's only just came back from Japan and Josh Briggs thinks he should be.
Yeah, they're very. You wouldn't expect them to be a tag team, but they're really good together. They're a really good tag team.
Jimmy Cott.
Yeah.
But just in the NXT. And then the D'Angelo family loses to Wesley. So that's D'Angelo and
So two
another
people
guy.
lose to Wesley on his own? Or has he got a partner?
No, he's Wesley's team.
Who was with him?
It's
Do you
not
know?
Wesley's, it's the two other guys. I don't know who they are.
Where's Javon Evans this week?
He went on the show.
That surprises me. He's got a lot of momentum.
No, he went
Where's
on
that
the show.
scene? Was he not on SmackDown?
Who, Javon?
Yeah.
No.
No?
Oh, my bad. Forgot to write that. Yeah, he was with Chase U.
Oh, okay.
After,
That's
so-
unusual, but okay.
Yeah, I forgot to do that.
Yeah.
And then this brings us back to D'Angelo.
Yeah.
Obviously, Stacks have left them.
Yeah. Because they were beefing, weren't they?
Yeah. Again, NXT's reporter Zara gets some words of the TNA World Champion,
Yeah.
Trick Williams. And then this brings us to the main event, A.W.P. versus Jasper Troy in the NXT Championship. Guess who wins that?
Well, I just read your book, so I know.
Okay.
Over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oba
They won't get rid
retains
of him yet because they want to push him.
Yeah. I wonder what's
They'll-
going to happen with the TNA Championship.
They'll milk Ober until sometime they can push him up.
I
So,
reckon SummerSlam.
well, then they'll push him up. Because I think that's what they'll. There's nowhere to. Once you take him, because they put him now as a powerhouse.
I think they're going to build up Jasper Troy. Jasper Troy will take it off him, then he'll go up. Again, I don't see where he'll fit in the main roster, and the way they push black talent sometimes worries me. But like Trick Williams, great, he's TNA champ. What direction are they going to go with that?
You know who I like in SmackDown?
Who?
Alistair Black. He's become one of my favourites.
He's awesome. He's been awesome for years. He
And I haven't known him for long. So.
years ago, if it's still on there, I'll try and find it. But when NXT UK started, they did a big tournament,
Oh.
and he randomly turned up because he's from Amsterdam in the Netherlands, and he turned up and shocked everyone. So that was the start of his journey. But yeah,
I've got a question for you to put your knowledge.
Yeah.
Who's Walter?
Ring Gunter, innit? Yeah.
well done.
You tell me that.
Yeah, Walter, the Ring
Yeah.
General,
Did
the
you know-
world heavyweight champion.
Boo. I'm sad Jay lost his title.
No. So what we got to look forward to on NXT? What's going on with NXT? Talk to us about NXT. You're here for NXT. Talk to us.
I know.
What?
What can we look forward to next
Yeah.
week?
Did they announce any
What's
matches
building?
next week?
Only the Fatal 4-Way
Yeah.
for the NXT contender match.
Okay.
And that's it.
That's
Tell
it.
me about D'Angelo, because he's my favourite.
Yeah, I like
D'Angelo. He still
The
haven't.
Godfather.
He still haven't beef with Stacks, but
That's the one who left him at WrestleMania, or the night
yeah.
before, yeah.
and then stand deliver. Yeah, you know, the curly hair guy, but a bit puffy.
His tag team partner.
Yeah.
What, Stax' tag team partner? He left as well.
Stax'
No.
tag partner didn't leave, no.
Oh.
Stacks is
He's
tag
the one that
part-
stayed, and
But
is
he
now.
possibly,
He's number one.
Do you reckon he'll turn on him as well?
yeah,
Yeah.
because D'Angelo don't look happy. And if you have a look at
Or do you
last,
reckon D'Angelo will turn on him?
no, it'll be D'Angelo. No, it'll be opposite way.
I could see
Um,
a faction like that making it quite well in somewhere like SmackDown. I'm surprised they haven't moved him up.
Yeah. Well, I am, because they've
He
been
has
pushed him
been
at the
on
top for
SmackDown
He's been
ages.
there for a long time now, hasn't
He has been on SmackDown before.
he? D'Angelo?
Yeah,
Has he?
but that's
Not with this gimmick, though.
Yeah,
no, not.
probably not. So, okay. Well, thank you for the NXT rough update.
And then
Are you going to be watching it next week?
yeah, of course, I
Okay.
watch it mostly every Wednesday.
Okay.
But that's it.
Remember, two things if you're going to come back. More details,
Right.
because I don't watch it.
Yeah.
And now I
We
don't
need
need...
to know like spots that happen in matches. You know, good
What
things,
makes you
funny
go,
things.
holy moly.
Yeah, holy moly
No.
moments. All that sort of stuff.
So what's it called? Plots.
Yeah. Plots
Like-
that you
High
think are
spots.
going to happen, plots that are finishing
Yeah.
or have happened.
Like what's it called? Blue. Nah, blue.
Oh, here's an example of what we want, yeah? Do you remember the ladder match between Cody and Kevin Owens?
Yes.
The pile driver on the ladder.
Oh yeah.
Yeah? Me and your dad,
Yeah, everyone's
Popped
like,
for that.
yeah.
that's the kind of stuff we need to know.
Yeah, but they don't
What-
do.
Some people
They
don't want
don't
to
do
watch the
that
whole
on
of
NXT.
NXT.
But
no,
there's
no.
normally good moments in NXT throughout. Like Jasper Troy putting thingy through the car window shield. That was a good moment.
And we had to pry that one out here. That's the one
Yeah.
you should be releasing.
Yeah, you should be like, that was sick.
That's how, if that's how the show opened, that's how you go, started hot.
Yeah.
Straight away,
Give us the good stuff.
whatever his name is, put over through her.
Yep.
You
Yeah.
should watch it.
Gotta get hyped. Look at me and your dad. Me and your dad are the most hyped people in the world. That's why we get.
0 views.
No, we get downloads though.
Yeah, true. And if you are listening to this show, welcome back, because, as I say, we haven't done it for a few weeks, so we do apologise, but
More like a few months. Okay.
nearly.
It's not far off.
Not far off, no. We're
We're getting there. We're just trying to iron out the right day.
yeah, I
and
think
the
it's going to be
timings.
Mondays. But
I
we'll
prefer
see.
Mondays because otherwise I forget too much.
True.
At least I've got an excuse when I
Yeah.
forget something about Raw. At least that's because it was last
And
week.
it's also Monday Night Raw tonight. So
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah, but we don't get to speak about Raw, which is a shame. But it means we can focus on other stuff that's happened, which is good.
I'm surprised you guys don't do it Tuesday.
Well,
We were doing, but
yeah.
Because then you get
Life
to
takes
watch
over,
something
buddy.
Yeah,
about-
we've got football on Tuesday.
Okay. Yes, it's mad.
Yeah, will we?
you're football Tuesday. I have football Wednesday.
Right. Are you gonna
Football Thursday.
go and get ready for bed and be a good boy, and then we can have you back on next week. If you're not, then you can't come back on.
Yeah.
Guess so.
And it's gonna be down to Mum to make the call on that one.
Alright.
Mum has
And
the
I'm
power.
a mean one, so if you are, I won't let you come back. Because I'll quit. I would.
Do you cough?
I'm not much of a slap bum.
What's that?
If I don't get my own way, then I'll quit. So if you're naughty and your dad lets you come back after he said this, now,
Yep.
all done.
Well, it's live for everyone to hear.
I'm not.
We'll go back on my word.
And trust me,
No,
everyone already knows I'm grump anyway, so
Why?
that's my gimmick.
Grayson Waller gimmick.
I need one favour from you.
What?
Can you grab me a can of Pepsi?
Right.
Don't forget to take your book because you'll need that for your notes next week.
Keep it in there again tomorrow.
You keep it in there, I'll burn it. It's got arsenal on it.
You're going to be a good boy, yeah? Tell Mum if she needs me to text me.
Alright.
Thank you.
What do you want? Can of what?
Pepsi, top left-hand corner.
There we go, that's better.
They can't see me, can
No.
You're good, the camera's in front of you, mate.
Yeah, just be careful to not knock the camera, it's behind you.
Hold your ears. That one?
Yeah, that's perfect. Watch your elbows. Thank you very much, buddy.
I thought this was supposed to be nice water.
Boss, it's just water in it.
Water's water.
You can push the door, mate, it's not locked.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Right, push it too, though, so Rhea can't come in.
Alright.
Alright?
No.
Bye.
I'll see you in the morning.
Alright. Bye, JD.
See you later, buddy.
Well, there we go.
Right, let's get on to it.
Yep, let's get on to it. Where do you want to start,
Ron
mate?
Killings, obviously. We were calling for it and calling for it and calling for it,
Yep.
and now it's happened.
And how you
Do
feeling?
you think they're going to actually push him properly?
So, let's go back to it, right? When they announced it, did you believe it?
What, that he'd gone?
Yeah.
No.
Did you not?
No.
They sold me a treat. It took me a while. I was like, but then I saw so much on social media from
But
other
it was
wrestlers.
so random. He was on the night before,
Yeah.
and then I thought, he's that loved behind. Are they really going to get rid of him?
I thought all this too, and I was like, do you know what? It doesn't make sense. But that's why they done it, because obviously they were planning it, and they done it like that so that we would get behind him.
Like, listen, we're all R-Truth fans anyway.
Yeah.
Anyone who doesn't like R-Truth is lying.
Yeah.
Okay? And we all want just that one last. No more little Jimmy.
Yeah.
No more.
I don't know. Little Jimmy would have been sick to bring back.
Yeah, but it's not as good as R-Truth just getting one. You know, the amount of shit he's give for WWE.
Yeah, yeah.
Now you just want that.
Yeah. I thought it was
A
cool.
proper bye-bye.
When he turned up, I was like, they done that really well.
Yeah.
They sold it to, and I don't know if it is 100% true, because I know in the post interview, Triple H was like, all part of the show, and I'm like, yeah, I don't think it might necessarily would have been. I reckon, my personal opinion is that they did let him go, and they saw the big kick up, and they went, how can we quickly write this into a storyline? And I reckon Truth would have had a huge part of it, because apparently Nick Khan was the one that got him to re-sign. Because apparently the problem was the contract was a lot less than what he was on, so he said, no, I'm not doing it.
Well, yeah, because they just mug him off anyway.
Exactly. You know, you have to remember he's in his 50s. You know, and so I was a bit like, this could be true. But either way, they got me. They got me.
Either way.
And I like to be got.
Yeah. To be fair though, I like the fact that they're actually giving him one last.
Yeah.
Ron Killings.
As Ron Killings as well, that is cool.
That promo he did was good.
When he closed
The
dreads.
truth has set me free.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I mean. He's done a good job. And, you know, I think this is showing his range.
Yeah.
And it's fucking brilliant. Where John Cena, even though John Cena's heel turn at the moment is a bit crap, it is showing his range. He's doing really well. Like, when he kicked off with Nick Aldis backstage. I thought that was cool, the way he put his hat back. It was a bit like Thugonomic-ish. And I was like, this could be interesting. It could develop into something. I don't know where it's been developed. And I really like the way him and Punk and them are going at each other.
There's whispers that Aldis is going to wrestle again.
We'll
I keep
see,
seeing
won't we?
things about his replacement.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, well,
I don't know how true it is, but...
all we can do is hope. Obviously at the moment, CM Punk is going to Saudi Arabia against Cena.
Yeah. He doesn't go over, though, in Saudi Arabia.
Not against Cena.
No.
No. Especially after what he said on AEW
I don't remember.
about Saudi being blood money.
Oh, yeah. Definitely not.
Yeah.
They're going to bury him. I wouldn't be surprised if it's not like a 1, 2, 3 done.
Yeah.
Just to go, to please the Saudis.
Yeah, we've had CM Punk here, popped, this guy, sort of thing. Yeah. Possibly. But
Take your blood money and go.
his promo with Cena is good. He's like, you're trying to CM Punk me, and I'm like, yeah, you're right. Absolutely. It's good. I am enjoying the Cena stuff. I'm not enjoying Cena being a heel. But that's part of it, I guess.
Yeah.
He's a heel. I mean, you're not meant to
It's a
enjoy a
bit
heel.
boring, isn't it, now?
It is. I am hoping he's going to switch it up sooner rather than later, but I don't know how. I wasn't shocked that they put the title back on Gunther, but I've heard rumours of why they put it back on Gunther.
Go on, what are the rumours?
If this is true, it's pretty shit. This is the reason I stopped watching WWE for 6 months. So apparently they're going to drop the title on Goldberg.
Well, at least he didn't do it to Jay.
Exactly. That was the only thing I gave a shit about. They didn't want to do it to Jay. But I don't see how...
Why would you do it to Gunther, though?
That's my other point. Why?
To just have been building him up as a massive badass again.
It's his Goldberg's last match. So I don't see him losing it, surely.
I don't see him putting a title on him in his last match. What, to retire?
No.
He can't do that for John.
I guess he'll drop... For me, how can you make Jay better? You drop it on Goldberg, who beat, Walter. But then you have Jay beat Goldberg. That's a big fucking scalp to take.
Oh, is that the way to get Seth onto the title?
Maybe. Taking it off Gold, maybe.
Braun Breaker.
That might be a good shout. Because the rumour is as well, they might be putting Usos back together. I don't think that's a bad shout. They're nice and individual now. People are happy.
I heard Hikulo finally made his debut.
I heard
a
that
big
as well.
boy.
Yeah, it's a tall motherfucker. Yeah, what was that on?
Was it on SmackDown?
No. It was it main event?
It was something that wasn't
like
one of the main ones. Then,
yeah, it's main event.
They reckon he's going to skip NXT and go straight onto the main roster.
Wow. So something's going to happen with him soon.
I reckon he's going to be Jacob's number 2.
Moving on to Jacob. How do you feel about the whole Jacob and Solo thing?
Love it.
Mate, Solo was fucking hilarious. He was just so funny. I like Joker Solo. Like, the way he was mocking Jacob, and then he was mocking all the other wrestlers that he was in the ring with. I thought it was really funny. I can see him and Jacob and Solo being really good at SummerSlam.
I think so.
I think it'll be really good.
You keep Jacob though, wouldn't you, over Solo?
I don't know. Because for me, Solo is earning stuff all the time at the moment. He's been the main face for a long time now. And now that people are warming to him being fucking funny, it might just be the time to drop the belt onto him. There's no reason why Jacob Grant could take it back at some point. That's maybe how you get Hikulu involved as well. Stupid dog. Go away. No. Don't look at me like that. Don't make me shut the door. We're roasting here.
Please don't.
Yeah. So I don't know how it'll work, mate. What else has been going on? We've got Evolve coming up.
Yeah, I really need to start watching that.
Someone we always talk about, White 6. What's going on with that? They won their tag team match.
Yeah.
Dexter done a couple of botches in that.
He did.
Yeah.
He still looked quite good though to say he did the botches.
I like him. I like Dexter Loomis, and I want them to be good. I so want them to be good.
I don't like his partner though.
Oh, yeah.
I don't
What's
know
his
why.
name? Yeah. I can't remember his name. They should have put him with the ginger one.
Eric Rowan?
Yeah.
I don't like him.
A lot of people don't. It's
the reason why he couldn't make it on the big one without the others. Like, Harper.
Yeah.
Jake, whatever. Not Jake, for God's sake. You know what I mean, the one who died.
Luke,
Yeah, Luke Harper. We'll go by because I can't remember his other name. John Huber, is it?
I don't know.
I can't remember myself. But him, as soon as he got let free, he was his creative fucking thingy. He did. I mean, was it a little bit of a carbon copy of what?
Yeah. But they've got all these people now in the White 6. They shouldn't have creative issues. Like people are saying about Jay dropping the title. Therefore, is that a creative, stupid move? Did they just have nothing to write for Jay? I think it's a part of it. I think he will be getting it back.
I think the problem with Jay, when Jay was having that title, he was getting dragged for 4 different things.
Yeah.
And then having to do the title stuff as well.
One part of it I really enjoyed, which I thought might lead somewhere, is when John Cena said, "Wouldn't it be cool if I took both titles and left?" I was like, that would be cool.
We talked about that though.
We did, yeah.
We
did.
said that'd be
That's why when he said it, I was like, ooh.
Another one, the aftermath of Cold.
Yep.
I do think that'd be cool, just for the simple fact of
Be like a reset, wouldn't it?
yeah, like a total reset.
Yeah. New champions, and that's when Seth can use his Money in the Bank case, be the first champion. You know, I do think there's a lot of truth in what John Cena's saying. He's giving away a lot, but we're not taking it in the right way yet.
Yeah. I think if we actually sat like and actually listened to all these ramblings,
Yeah.
we'd probably know exactly how it's going to end.
It's a bit like the Firefly Funhouse. You have to break it down and try and understand it. Yeah.
Oh, I saw a proper random video. It was like another podcast or whatever it was talking about. Is this just John Cena still stuck in the Firefly Funhouse?
Yeah, I did see that as well, and I was like, you know, that
It's a
could play
creative
parts.
way to work.
It really could be. There's lots of things they can do, and again, as fans, it just seems to be like they're going from pay-per-view to pay-per-view, not really doing much on Raws and SmackDowns.
It does seem to be going really slow.
Yeah.
Because that was when we kept.
But Money in the Bank, what I thought was a really good pay-per-view.
I
I thought the
enjoyed it.
women's
Actually.
match was probably the best of the night.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that.
That was really well done, and I love Naomi as well holding
Yeah.
the case.
Definitely.
She's the right character for it at the moment.
She's got a proper eerie vibe going on at the minute.
Yeah, she's cool. I like her a lot.
She's definitely progressed in vocal
Yeah.
promos.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that was the one thing that used to hold her back when she was a party girl.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, you can't really get on
You
the mic and, you know...
I think that is genuinely the best thing that ever happened to her was getting turned heel.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it is great. I've always liked to know, like, who makes that decision? Does she go, I want to turn heel now, and the creative writers go, okay, let's look at it. How can it look like? You know, I want to know the process of that.
I'd love to know the process. And maybe, do you ever hear anything else about E.W.P?
No, the guy said he's going to contact me again to get in touch with me. I've heard nothing. EWE, sort your shit out.
Just because we put one podcast out every month. Don't start blacklisting us.
No, because to be fair, if we're involved with you, we will probably be doing it way more regular and way more about your product.
Yeah.
And you've got a lot of good wrestlers.
We should really watch a show and...
Maybe instead of saying we're watching an old WWE show, we find a clip on YouTube we agree to watch.
Yeah, we'll do that.
EWE.
I wanted to change the old WWE show. Well,
Yeah.
not change it.
Yeah.
I wanted to modify it.
Okay.
Because we're always talking about... let's get it right. I am always moaning and talking about how much better Raw used to be.
Yeah.
I was going to say, let's just pick a date that's actually on Netflix of an old Raw
Yeah.
and watch it and then compare it to the week's
Yeah.
Raw. And what was better and what was
Yeah.
shit. If that makes any sense.
Well, the thing was, we agreed in the last podcast, I think we were going to watch 2010 Money in the Bank match.
Was it? I think we did that one, didn't we? Was that not? I can't remember now.
Exactly, mate. That's my
I
point.
can tell you though, because I think you messaged me some of it.
And then I fell asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if
I remember it
was-
being decent. Yeah, I think we did talk about it, because
we were going
because
to.
we were talking about Drew McIntyre and someone else.
Here we go. So it
Cody.
was- It was something in 2000.
I never know.
It was 2013
Mm-hmm.
because it was no DQ Brock and Punk,
Yeah.
but I can't remember what it was. And I can tell you what it was because I only watched a bit of it on Netflix.
So you'll be on your continue to watch.
Yeah, it was SummerSlam.
Oh, okay.
SummerSlam 2013.
Okay.
Yeah, because there's the Alberto Christian match.
Yeah. So yeah, the Worlds Collide. I haven't watched. It's on YouTube, and I keep.
I've only
meaning to
seen
watch
little
it.
bits of it.
Yeah. But apparently it was very good, and Dominic played a good part in it. Came out and ruined a couple of bits, and
Yeah,
played the heel well as usual.
and obviously he knows the Spanish, so that helps.
Yeah.
And that's how the match Money in the Bank happened.
Yeah.
He was
That was a decent match.
was
It was. It's good. There's lots of little good bits going on, but then there's bits where it's just like
dragging it out. And
Yeah. I think the girls are doing well, and I think that's partly because they know they've got Evolve to look forward to. You know, Nikki Bella's back.
Yeah, and then she's going to end up facing Dom's missus.
Oh, yeah, Liv.
That's it, Liv Morgan.
She wants to face Rhea, doesn't she, as well? Not at the same time, but she wants to face Rhea. Rhea's like one of her dream return matches she wants. Even though realistically she would get smashed by Rhea.
All day. That proved it when she got took out by Liv Morgan.
It's nice to know that Harry's enjoying Aleister Black as well.
So I just don't think they're using him well enough yet.
No, I agree. Same with Rusev.
They've never, ever knew what to do with Rusev.
No. He just needs to be...
I was really hoping we were going to see something between him and Sheamus.
Yeah. That's what I mean, like, the old faction they had, I think it was WrestleMania 32.
You talking about League of...
Yeah, the European League of whatever it was, or something.
No, it was a League of Nations, wasn't it?
That
anything
was it.
But anything but USA, so it had...
Yeah.
Was that the one with Del Rio?
No.
No, the one without Del Rio.
It was Sheamus.
Rusev.
Yeah.
I thought...
Cesaro.
Cesaro. I thought it was Del Rio.
No.
No, that must have been earlier then.
Who was it? It wasn't Drew.
Because they did an earlier version, didn't they?
Yeah.
It had Wade Barrett in it.
Yeah, I think it had Wade Barrett in it as well. League of Nations. I'm sure it did.
Maybe.
But it was... I thought that had scope.
Oh, they could have run with that.
Same as 3MB though. I reckon they could bring that back and people would go nuts for about 4 or 5 months.
Could you imagine asking fucking Drew McIntyre to do 3MB again?
Mate.
It's Scottish kiss 'em all.
He's way past that now, isn't he? On local wrestling, Rhino is coming down and doing a training session with Kapow.
Oh.
So if you are interested, not just to watch, but you are giving it a go at training, then go to the Kapow website. I believe there's adverts in there you can book to be a part of that session.
You're not letting little one do, are you?
Me?
Yeah.
Don't think so.
Imagine him learning how to do a go. God.
The way he's at the moment, mate.
Oh.
No.
Oh, it's both of them, is it?
Yeah, oh mate, yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah. The best way to describe it is, you know when you're sick and you have diarrhea as well, it's going out both ends and you're like, oh, fucking hell. So I with my kids.
That's what it's like when you've got 2 kids.
Yeah. Yeah. Not that I don't love my children. It might come across I don't, but, mate,
Hard work.
very hard work. So, but, that's kids, I guess. That's everyone I speak to, they're like, yeah, you know, having similar problems or...
That's why I always give props to Alicia, because, you know, I go to work, so I don't...
Yeah. Yeah, no, I get that, mate. I do get it. It's not easy. Anyway, back to wrestling. Where are we at?
That's a good question.
What happened on SmackDown on Friday?
We had the Jacob promo.
Yeah.
Then we had...
Cena came out twice that night, didn't he?
Yeah, one on his own.
Yeah, Ron attacked Cena twice.
Yeah. White 6-1.
Yep. I remembered.
Was Nikki Bella's Raw? It was, wasn't it?
Yeah. I presume Alexa Bliss is not involved with the White 6, but part of me goes, if that's the case, why is she
She
still
had a
carrying...
good one again.
Why is she carrying the fucking doll?
Oh, she got the doll again?
She's been carrying it for it since, yeah. I'm like, what is
Still
the point?
using Sister Abigail as well, the Sister Abigail DDT.
Yeah.
I love that move, by the way.
Yeah.
I think that looks so much better than Bo Dallas's Sister Abigail.
Yeah. So I'm a bit like, mate, I don't know where they're going with her. Like, she's one of my favourites, and I love the fact when, I think it was the Money in the Bank, where her and, who else was it? The older two were going against, I think it was Roxanne Perez and Stephanie Vaquer. And it was like the young two versus the older two. It was that was done well in the match. It was such a good Money in the Bank for the females. I thought it was really good. Stephanie Vaquer is fucking good.
Yeah, she will be really good. I think.
Mate, she's awesome.
I still, for some reason, don't like the purple-haired girl.
Oh, Julia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Mate, she is the hottest Japanese girl I've seen in a while. I like her.
Yeah, she just rubs me up the wrong way. I don't know if
I get that. People do that to me all the time.
I don't know if it's a gimmick though.
Yeah.
She looks like a to what she dresses like is a bit like a 2000 litre without the phone sticking out.
It's like Oscar and Lita got thrown together like,
yeah,
and that's what it's come out with. But yeah,
pretty much. Oscar,
yeah,
I can't
she's
wait.
due back.
I was just about to say I can't wait for her to get back.
Yeah, is she due back this Friday? I think she's due back this Friday.
Where do you reckon she fits in?
I don't know. I really don't. I do think Roxanne Perez is fucking awesome.
That's the one who's been hanging around with
Judgment Day.
Yeah. Gia Carlito's gone again.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he's going to go from standing in the background every single Raw to now everyone's going to be like, someone's missing out the back of that.
Yeah. No, that's cool comments.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Roxanne Perez. I don't know where they're going with it.
I do think that ruins the dynamic of
Yeah.
Judgment Day, though.
I do wonder. Do you think they're gonna repeat the storyline and get Roxanne Perez to come in and take Liv out and Dom get with Roxanne? You reckon they'd do that again? Make Dom
I reckon it'd work again, though.
Oh, mate, people would pop for Dom, and like people love the fact that Dom is such an ugly wanker that he's getting all these hot chicks. Like the comments online, he's brilliant, and they should just roll with it. Like someone said, they should make him like new music and make it like proper like
grimy, slimy.
Yeah, proper slimy.
Like the Latino Heat.
Yeah.
Gimmick that he did.
I think it was. Did I like it earlier or not? Let me have a look. See if I can find it online. It was hilarious.
I do think that'd work again, though. I think you could probably. I reckon you could probably do that 2 or 3 more times and it'd still work.
Yeah. Until people get bored of it, but then you've got to adjust it each bit at a time, haven't you? I personally think Finn will get with her.
Finn?
Yeah. Balor is on a turn. It's the longest, slowest turn, but he is on a turn.
I can't wait. I love Finn Balor.
Yeah. It'd be interesting because it then fucks up JD as well.
I don't know how I'd react to JD as a face though.
Well, yeah, but would he turn face at the same time? Would he not just stay part of the Judgment Day? Problem is though, if Finn leaves, what do you have? You have Dom
and
JD.
Yeah, that's it. There's no point, is there? You might as well if you're gonna do it.
They need to recruit, so surely if Carlito is gone, they've got to have someone.
Okay, so
the iguana guy would be cool, wouldn't he?
No, not really.
He would add so much.
Let's just say what's that? What are they missing? Because Carlito was
comedy.
Their muscle.
Muscle.
No, but he was the biggest guy they had. So you replace it. Let's just say they need a muscle.
Well, on AAA, was there any big Mexican dudes?
Not that I saw, but it wasn't many. I didn't see much of it.
Yeah. I don't see how they could replace him.
I was just about to say, is there anyone that you think you could replace him with?
Nah. The iguana guy would be hilarious.
It would be hilarious, but it wouldn't make sense.
It wouldn't make. Sometimes WWE makes fuck all sense.
No, I know, but I mean, for what WWE are trying to use him for,
yeah,
you silence him by putting him in a faction like the Judgment Day.
Yeah, but do you? But you would need to bring him to the main roster. You can't just put him against Penta and Ray every week. It's just a bit fucking boring. And Dom.
I think they should do something where all these AAA guys are in one big massive faction.
Yeah.
And they keep attacking and it creates another
attack NXT or like a invasion.
I'm talking in protest because I read what's it called? An article where they're really happy with the money they're getting paid by WWE.
Yeah.
But it's not even anywhere near NXT money.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, use that.
Well, have you heard TKO are in $3 billion debt, aren't they? I'm like, and the rumours about Vince McMahon are there's fucking loads of them.
Imagine he bought TKO and ended up owning UFC.
That's what I said. I said that'd be fucking
brilliant,
nuts.
Wouldn't it?
Imagine what UFC would turn into.
Dana White's been calling him a prick for years. Fucking hell.
It would be really interesting, but yeah, he's end of the day. Technically, he has got the money to buy out that debt. You know.
I'll be a silent partner. I'll be a silent partner, but I want to go
Everyone
in.
that wants Vince to come back put in a quid. Do you know what I mean? That could be fun. We spoke about it last time, didn't we? But that could be. I do think this is not the end of him. I just don't see how it is.
We talk about it all the time, don't we?
Mm.
I love it.
Yeah. Vince ain't that type of guy.
Nah.
He's not that guy just to sit and spend his money and die. It's just not going to happen.
No.
He's been planning from day one, mate. And the thing is, apparently, he's still a huge... I thought he sold all his shares.
No, I don't think so.
No, he hasn't. He's got like 49%.
Yeah, I was going to say, he just got the minority of the...
Yeah. So he doesn't even need to buy the whole company. He just needs to buy a few people out.
No, he don't even need to do that. He needs to buy 2%. Then he gets control back.
Yeah. So I mean, that's what, probably about 20 million each.
Well, what did he get for 51?
Exactly. If it's been, well, they sold it for it's good. If it was sold at 5, I think it was 5 billion they sold it to TKO for, didn't they?
Right, so 5 billion for half of it. Or just over.
Well, value it now. It's got to be going
It's
on.
got to be lower now, right? Sure.
No, I reckon it's around about 9 bill.
You reckon?
I reckon it's nearly doubled in value. Because the reason they're going back to fucking Vegas, didn't they? Because of money. Because of how much they made there. The reason the ticket prices are so high is because they've realised they're getting away with it.
Yeah.
All this shit that we talked about in the past, it's because TKO are just about money, which you get. They're in 3 billion of debt. They've got to recuperate money. They made 165 million off the last Mania.
That's profit as well, not just...
Exactly, mate. Why would you not go back to Vegas and do that again?
Do that for the next 10 years.
It'll be interesting to see how New York goes for them for SummerSlam. Because I'm no longer going.
It's hit and miss, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think the problem with New York is that's a Vince territory.
Yeah.
And I think you've got the purists.
Don't get me wrong. I still think it'll be a great event, and I think they'll do well with it. I just don't fully agree it's going to be a full sellout like that. I don't see that at all.
No.
I'm not going because I just can't afford it.
No, that's
It's
the way
cheaper than
going.
Mania. It's half the price of Mania, but it's too fucking expensive still.
Everything's getting ridiculous, isn't it?
As you know, I'm on the groups of like WrestleManias and stuff, and people are already asking, what were the prices at Mania last year? I'm like, it don't matter. Like, they're like, surely they'll lower it now, and I'm like, I guarantee they're more.
Why would they lower it?
No, all they're going to do is probably creep it up by about 2-3%, if you're lucky.
If they don't make 200 million at the next Mania,
Exactly. Like, you know, if the seats I was looking at were £1,000 each, I reckon they're easily 1,200 now.
I'd go more 14.
Really?
Yeah, because they'll get away with it because it's Mania.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to go to Mania. Anyone who can afford it goes.
Yeah.
Normally, if you can afford it and you can't get tickets, you're gutted. It used to be that a lot of people who could afford it missed out.
Yeah.
Because people like me and you could afford it as well.
We did, last time we met, we spoke about Vegas, didn't we? And
Yeah.
we spoke, I thought we did speak about it. Yeah. So
Well, we didn't really speak about it. What we said was it's bullshit about people who could have wasted thousands of pounds to go and book for New Orleans on what they'd said, and then they've gone backtracked it.
Yeah, absolutely. The fact that they're already, you know, they're already advertising Mania is, I'm like, fucking hell. That's a big... They really want to push it this year. But that tells me something will happen to really draw people there. I genuinely think we might get Roman and Rock this year. Because there's loads of rumours around Roman Reigns as well.
He's not been back yet.
No, they're on about he gets paid 15 million a year, and they're on about they've requested to cut his pay because there's obviously money grabbing cunts at the moment. But he's on a contract, so it's fuck what they can do.
He's on a long contract as well, I think.
Yeah, he's only like scheduled for like 12 dates a year or some shit.
Logan Paul gets paid £5 million a year.
How do you think he done at Money in the Bank?
I thought he was brilliant.
He was alright.
I like the way they pushed him and Cena to like butt heads.
Yeah,
That I think that works really well to keep them both heels.
definitely.
And the fact that, like, I I watch it. I watch his vlog, so you know,
Yeah.
like when he's not being WWE Logan Paul,
Yeah.
and he's like, "I'm gonna go." He's like, "We're in the ring when they held the belts." He
Yeah.
says, "I'm just mimicking him. I'm trying to learn everything I
Yeah.
can." He's like, "It's fucking brilliant. I can't ask to be in a better spot where I am now."
Yeah.
Did you fucking hell? Did you see? Did you eat before when he came out? In his vlog, he was talking about how he's got his chewing gum out and he went to throw it at the camera. You fucking missed, and it landed in the cameraman's hair. But it's a cameraman like he gets on
Yeah.
his vlog every single week, and apparently this fucking cameraman's like, "I'm gonna fucking kill you" behind the camera, and he's having to. He can't he's
Can't
having to
break
no
character.
sell it.
Yeah.
So he's going like that, and then it skips to him when he's at home with his missus, and he's telling her, he goes, "I threw fucking chewing gum in the cameraman's hair." And then I watched his vlog this week, and he's like, "Yeah, I had to get my fucking hair cut."
Love it.
But everyone seems to like him. WWE.
Look,
like,
yeah, he's
watching like the stuff. The reason why I like watching his vlog so much, the amount of backstage stuff that you get to see of him just walking about.
Yeah, he's a new dimension to the business, isn't he?
He's very much. He's Jake Paul for WWE.
You know why people have got the hump with him genuinely, though. The reason they don't like him is because so many WWE people before him have tried to make social media empires, but were told by Vince it's not allowed. And what they've done is they've brought in a guy that's got a social media empire and made him a wrestler. So they don't have to worry about him building it. It's already built, and that's what he's coming in for. So all of them are like, we could have fucking done that. Which I get. But
Zack Ryder probably could have done that.
yeah.
He had a massive following. But his massive following was nowhere near the 30 million people that subscribed to fucking Logan Paul.
I thought his entrance with the drone was fucking cool.
Did he do that again this time? Or are you talking about when he did it at Mania?
No, it was at I'm sure it was Money in the Bank. Was it Money in the Bank? Yeah, it was Money in the Bank. Well, I'm sure it was Money in the Bank. I can't fucking remember. He walked out.
Way he catched
he grabbed it. Yeah, he let it go. It flew all the way around, and then he got up to the top turnbuckle.
That wasn't. That was Mania.
Was that Raw?
No, that was Mania.
No, he's done it. He's done it.
So he's done it again then.
Yeah.
Because that's what he did at Mania.
Yeah.
And I saw him practicing it, and it was fucking
it was
brilliant.
really cool. And then he got the drone back, and then he got suplexed while holding it. That was quite cool.
I thought it was a GoPro.
No, that was a drone.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah. Was that on Raw last week?
No, that was Money in the Bank.
It was, yeah.
I'm getting confused because he did the same thing with his entrance.
I thought it was really cool.
He's I think another reason why people hate him so much.
Yeah.
Is he's so goddamn talented.
Yeah, he is.
You know, like, I'd be pissed off if I've done 10 years of all the indies and everything else to work my way up to WWE. And not only is he getting the opportunities given to him, he's taking them because he's so fucking naturally talented at it.
Yeah, he's the type of guy, though, I think they've got to be careful to a certain degree. He's the type of guy I don't think has any loyalty. So, I could imagine, let's say in 10 years' time, he's smashed the wrestling scene. He'd go and set up his own independent company. And could probably do quite well with it because he'd learn so much. He's the type of guy in that environment, he's going to absorb everything from a business perspective. And it's only going to make him stronger. So, but if Vince McMahon came back, I'm sure Vince McMahon would fucking have him and he would work with Vince.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's one of those people from a business perspective.
Oh, it makes
he'd want
sense.
on board. Yeah.
He does make sense.
Yeah.
And, so athletic.
Yeah.
Like that moonsault he hit on Jay. You see size of his leg after it though.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's what I mean. He does, he does put his body on the line. He ain't scared, and he's quite professional. As you say, behind the scenes, you see how professional he is about things.
Right. He's got a ring in his house. He lives out in Costa Rica.
Yeah.
And you see him, like, if he knows he's going to be trying to do certain moves, he's got 2 guys that he has in there all the time.
Yeah. The only thing that gets me is, let's say he does become a champ one day, which he will.
Oh, he's well.
But where would you go with him after that? What? I think there's only certain... You don't have a lot of movement with him.
Not unless he commits to a full-time...
No, he's a top spot guy, but he's not going to go on a road with them.
No. Which is what you need.
Yeah.
Especially not because he's getting... Well, ideally you don't put the title on him yet because he's getting married.
Yeah.
He's got a baby under the age of 2.
If and when you do put the title on him and he's being paid $5 million a year and you want him to go on the road, you're going to have to double his wage at least.
Oh, yeah.
So, in terms of budget, you ain't going to be able to afford that.
Well, it depends on it, because if you're going to use him to replace Roman, then possibly.
Do you think Jey Uso will be champion again?
I'm not so sure.
Okay.
I think the geezer needs a break.
Yeah. I thought they would just write him off TV.
Honest to God, I watched a Raw and a SmackDown in the space of a week, and he was fighting with the Bloodline, with Sami against Seth.
Yeah.
Then it was Gunther, and then it was Cody Rhodes.
And that's why I think they've been able to sell it well. Him losing the title because he was
overworked.
Mate, he was overworked. So it's quite easy.
It's
for him
really
to
bad though that. No, it's really good for him that they're trying to put him in 3 high spot situations.
Yeah.
But he doesn't say a lot about what they're thinking about the rest of the roster because
they're risking him over the other talent.
Yeah, you could have easily put other people in that.
For example,
even Jimmy.
Yeah.
Jimmy would have been the perfect one to put with a Sami Zayn against Seth Rollins.
Yep.
Because he already has it. But I get that he's got the issue going with Solo, so then I suppose then you start stretching him a bit too far. You try and keep 1-to-1.
Yeah.
But then, who would you put? Let's break it down.
Got him.
So you obviously at the time you're going to keep Jay with Cody.
Yeah.
Because that's the one that makes sense.
Yeah.
While he was champion.
Yeah.
You got Jimmy against Solo, so that's out of the question.
Yep.
So then, who do you put when it was Punk and Zayn?
Yep.
Who's the third? Who could you have picked out of that roster to jump in and take the place of Jay?
True.
No, really, is there anyone you can think of?
No.
I'm struggling.
As a person, I can think of someone, but it wouldn't match the storyline at all.
Who is it?
Karrion Kross.
Okay, yeah, but it wouldn't match his.
No, it doesn't do anything for But Karrion Kross deserves that limelight at the moment, in my opinion. I think he's awesome.
I think something's coming with him.
I hope so. I heard the rumour said they're going to sack him.
Oh, fucking hope not. If they do, he walks into any other promotion and could easily be champion.
Yeah, I agree. I do agree.
I'm trying to think.
I just hope they don't drop the ball with him.
I'm trying to think if there is anyone else.
I'm going to have a look at the WWE roster quick.
There's so many people being underused though.
Yeah.
If we find it this hard just to fill one spot.
Io Sky. Oh, yeah, she's still champion, isn't she?
Oh, fucking hell, I forgot.
Yeah. Completely forgot. Got Tiffany, Don, Jacob, Becky Lynch. I like her new character.
Yeah, I like the way it's pushed the Irish girl as well.
Yeah, exactly. She's doing well with that. Zelina Vega looked fucking hot this week. What is going on with Chad Gable?
Have you seen that?
What?
There's 2 people doing it now.
You think?
No. In certain matches, there's no back tattoo. Someone pointed it out.
I wouldn't say. Yeah, I agree, and I don't. I'm still trying to figure out if it's the height of his spandex. Has it been pulled over the tattoo or not? I don't. I really am hoping they have found someone that can play American. Yeah, and then Chad and him are in the same place at the same time. That would be sick because then everyone would be like,
Tag team partners.
But it's got to be someone who can learn Chad's style and
quick.
Yeah. Sold Aruka, she's wicked. She's not underutilized.
She's the one who does the soul capture, right?
Street Profits still underutilized.
Yeah, so them two can just go for me.
Yeah.
Not Street Profits, the New Day.
Yeah, the rumour was the New Day are going to lose to the Usos, and Usos will then reinvigorate the tag team division because it's all over the place.
You could do that with the Luchador brothers. The
Yeah.
Lucha brothers.
You could do that with Penta and Ray.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They're Lucha brothers.
You really could. Liv and Raquel, meh. Over Femi. Ethan Page.
Ethan Page needs to get moved up, I think.
Hank and Tank are pretty good. No, I'm Dar's still there. Fucking hell. AJ Styles being underutilized, in my opinion.
It says, I tell you what else says a lot about Logan Paul.
Go on.
AJ Styles was willing to lose to him on a big stage.
Yeah.
Because I've heard, although he is very open to doing business,
Yeah.
he doesn't like...
He's selective, yeah.
Yeah.
I get that.
Which is quite right. I think he's earned that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Andrade was good in the ladder match.
I like Andrade.
Yeah, I do
I
too.
think he's been doing some great work.
Yeah, I just think he's just got to connect on the mic somehow and he'll be fine. As a wrestler, in terms of the matches,
I think he would have been the perfect person to put with Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
Get someone to speak for him.
Yeah, I agree. Fucking Apollo Crews is still on the roster.
What?
Yeah.
No, he's not. He got
Yeah.
released.
Yeah, apparently fucking so. Axiom, Matador, Belair, nah.
Nah. But let's
Brock-
just on it.
How?
How old is that one that you're looking at?
That's what I'm worried about.
I'll have to go on.
Bronson Reed, yeah, I'm a big fan of Bronson Reed.
Yeah.
Carlito's on it, so he ain't fired yet. Chad Gable's on it, love it. Out to the kayfabe, whatever you want to call it. Cutler James, yep, he's part of Dark State, he's on it, that's wicked. Dexter Loomis with a mask, that is pretty cool. Dragon Lee.
Oh, he's the speed champion.
Yeah.
Al Americano.
Yeah, he is, yeah. Rowan. Finn Page, Finn Balor's still on there, Julian. Grayson Waller, they need to do something with Grayson, I feel. I feel like he's a good character for NXT.
Is that Grayson Waller?
Yeah.
I think he needs to be down there.
Yeah.
Austin Theory, I like.
Yeah, they need
So
to bring him up and leave him on his own. As we've said before.
US title, maybe?
Yeah. Again, and do it differently.
Who's the Intercontinental Champion?
What, for the men's?
Yeah. Who beat him? I can't fucking think now.
That'll be at the top. It is men's IC. Yeah.
Dominic. Duh.
Oh yeah, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
No, we're fucking fans of him. Supposedly. Jacob Fatto is just fucking unstoppable for me at the moment.
Big E's still on here.
Yeah. Jabone Evans. Joe Gacy, that's who you struggle with.
Protus Creed. Chad Gable.
Gary Sane.
Charlie Dempsey, I've not seen much of him recently. And I've not really heard much about them. You know, the new Shield.
Oh, Dark State.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, I don't think they were on NXT this week. According to Harrison, they weren't. I don't know.
Look at the state of the picture they put on fucking Eric Rowan.
Yeah, they've given their characters on there, haven't they? Lola Vice. She's good, Lola Vice.
But I'm looking through this and I can't
Who the
actually.
fuck is Mark Nash? Is he an announcer, isn't he?
I've just gone past him, I think. Yeah. To be fair, I actually kind of like him.
Yeah, yeah. If he's he's got a decent voice in him.
Almost
The other
still
girl's
on
getting
this.
better as well at it.
Oh, on Raw. She's getting that smart Samantha Irving
Yeah,
twang.
she is, isn't she? Robert Roode's still fucking on there. How?
Who's Sami Zayn?
Shaquan Sugars.
I didn't want to read his name out then. I couldn't fucking figure it out.
Yeah.
Sheamus.
Shane McMahon's still on there.
Yeah. Shinsuke. They don't use him well enough.
No.
Tank Ledger.
Yeah, Tank's cool.
Titus O'Neil's still on this list.
Hey, mate, I don't understand how. Is he on a Legends contract? What? I heard Valhalla got dropped. She's still on there.
Who?
Valhalla.
Oh yeah, Valhalla. Wade Barrett, Wesley,
Zari is good.
Selena Vega, Zoe Stark. She's out for a while, isn't she?
Apparently so. Wendy Chu. Well, don't sleep on Wendy Chu. I won't.
Well, I'm gonna go. I couldn't see anyone that could have took his spot, so
No.
maybe that's why they did it.
Yep.
Doesn't say a lot about the roster though, does it?
No.
That we can't think of a third person.
Especially someone that's active on that roster.
Yeah.
When you look at that roster, someone like Brock Lesnar, well, if he was around, fucking,
Oh yeah, perfect.
things would be very different, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
But the only big threatening guy they've got is, Braun Breaker.
There you go. You could have put LA Knight in that spot.
Yeah. See, people are saying Triple H has got an issue with him, and therefore just keeps letting him go up and come back down, go up, come back down. I don't know. I don't believe any of that, but I do think he is very good. LA Knight has been solid now for 3 to 4 years.
Oh yeah.
He has been solid. He would, at least when he gets on the mic, he normally says some funny shit.
Yeah.
He's got good.
And he's got a good following.
Yeah, and his wrestling ain't fucking shit. If he won Money in the Bank, I wouldn't have been sad about it.
10 moves of doom he's got in it, rather than the 5.
Yeah, you could say that. So, who's John Cena going to lose the belt to?
I don't think he loses it. I genuinely don't think they lose it.
Yeah.
I think
He's going to ruin wrestling. It'd be perfect to do as a reset. Be a good time to do a new draft. Start the whole new year do another
scratch.
day one like they've done and just do scratch. Absolutely. Everyone's off SmackDown and Raw. Everyone's put in and then they get called separately.
You do that? Would you do that with NXT as well, though?
Yeah, mate.
All three,
I would fucking,
technically it's its own brand now. It's not.
I would do a full reset, mate, and it's its own brand, as you say. I'd move some big stars down to it to pull people to it, and let Evolve do their thing that they're doing. They're producing good wrestling down at Evolve.
I probably wouldn't go as far down as Evolve.
No, I wouldn't fuck with that.
But I would put NXT in the mix and put everyone in a hat. And I don't care if you see who's big. Cody Rhodes on NXT.
Yeah. I think why not? Ain't a bad thing at all.
No, well, they get just as many viewers.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd still watch it. I wouldn't care. So.
I think the only downside is they don't get. They say, oh yeah, they're just part of the main roster now, NXT, but they don't technically go into the same PLEs as Raw and SmackDown.
No.
And I think that, although that works quite well for NXT because it means they get their own PLEs, it segregates them from having, or being known as a natural.
Well, I think the beauty of it is if they keep it that way, it allows people in Evolve to then be able to debut at somewhere like, let's say, Stand and Deliver, and they'll get their moment of popping, and that's their goal and achievement. We've made it to NXT, boom, and then when you're there, we're making it to Raw and SmackDown. So it's always a big achievement that can be worked in well. I like the structure. I think it's really good. I have no idea what they're going to do with the TNA title. They just need to give it back to TNA and let them crack on now.
Yeah.
I love Trick Williams, but it's pointless him having it. I'd have a Fraction come in and beat his ass and take it.
Yeah, well, that's a good idea. Well, saying that, he's a heel, isn't he?
Yeah.
If you do that, you automatically you lean him towards being a face then.
Yeah.
Because he's a victim.
But and then bring him into face into SmackDown or Raw.
Yeah, if you're going to push him straight up.
Yeah. You could have him as a face, come out and help Carmelo,
Well, no,
his ex-tag team partner, and then have Carmelo beat the shit out of him. Keeps him face.
yeah, that works.
Fucking throat. Yeah, it could be.
That'll work, actually.
Yeah. Why not?
I actually like that idea.
because him and Carmelo have got a great history, you know, and then they can feud a little bit. That bigs both of them up. You can then see how good they were in NXT, and they can do it on the main stage.
Yeah, and they can
and
put
then they
their
can
matches together.
Yeah, and then they can fizzle off again. A bit like what Ciampa and Gargano done.
Hopefully better now.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're a bit stale now.
Yeah, they are. Bit like our podcast.
Hey.
Yeah.
Stale. Can't be stale, we've only done 19.
True. Yeah, we're still fairly new. It's when we get triple digits.
Yeah, then we'll be stale.
Yeah.
We won't ever be stale, you know why?
Why?
Because we're constantly adapting whatever we're talking about.
We are.
We don't have a set.
No. We certainly don't. And we appreciate everyone that comes and listens to the podcast. Not that you engage with us, even though you could if you really wanted to.
Yeah.
On our Facebook, Aftermath Wrestling Podcast, or Instagram, Aftermath
Spotify.
Wrestling Podcast.
You message on Spotify.
Don't think so. I think you can leave comments. Yeah, but you can't message.
Well,
directly.
saying this, it should save to Twitch this time, shouldn't it? We sorted it out.
Should
last time.
do. I don't know if it will.
No, I don't.
Hold me on that one. I don't know. We will see, I guess. But yeah, like it's been a while since we've been here. How's Bentley doing anyway?
Well, hopefully he's going back on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Touch wood. Just to try and get a bit of fitness going.
Okay. So he's got no boots on and stuff now.
No, he's
Good.
He's got an extra
Breaking
support
it
that he's
slowly.
wearing all the time. So
Yeah.
keeps
Okay.
ballooning and then going down, ballooning and going down. He keeps
Okay.
complaining about it, but
Yeah.
it's getting to the point now where if he is going to be playing, he needs to be playing or
Yeah.
at least training, because nine side, you know, he doesn't
He's
know.
going to get on the big pitch. It's going to be fucking.
I don't know. I don't think he'll have an issue with that. I don't
Yeah.
think any of the boys will actually have an issue with it.
Yeah.
When they played the team above them,
Yeah.
they used the space really well. Bentley loved it. Bentley was in behind all the time,
Yeah.
but they weren't doing offsides in that game.
Yeah. The offsides or.
That's the thing. I think he just needs to be. I mean,
Yeah.
luckily, I've spoken to his coaches. They've not started it yet
Yeah.
because the main bosses wanted them to do something, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
Where's-
We've got our first full offside match on Wednesday.
Oh,
So yeah.
where's that?
That is. I think that's the Royals Ellswood one. Yeah, Ifield. Yeah, they're not training Ifield Wednesday. How's the other Ifield going? Anything happening on the group?
I'll tell you after.
Oh, little bit of gossip, eh?
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not in that group. Just in
Okay.
case anyone ever watches.
Can you imagine Ian watching our podcast? Hi,
Well.
Ian. Well, that's all right. My complaint's still underway at the moment. So I've now asked the FA to step in again. Hey ho. Yeah, if you're listening and your son plays on 10 football, don't send him to Ifield Sports.
You can't do that because that's
Slander.
yeah.
Right, yeah, make your own mind up. Ignore me. Right. Well, we've done a solid hour.
We have. That's what we're aiming for now, isn't it?
Yeah, we're going to try and just squeeze an hour out. At least we don't then waffle on about shit, and then we can have like 20 minutes to speak about our personal lives instead of it being on air.
Yeah, that works better.
Yeah?
No, we don't need everyone else listening to our bullshit.
Very, very true. Okay, so, it's been a show.
Yeah.
We are back.
Yeah, give us a week to get back into it.
And then next week we'll probably have a month off, but we'll see.
No, if we do like we said, and if we need to do it a bit later,
Yeah.
we do it later. And if we're sticking to an hour, that's when we chat shit.
Yeah.
We're normally not done till about 11
Yeah,
o'clock anyway.
if we do an hour and we start latest 9, that works.
Yeah, and then it gives you a chance to get
Yeah.
Tweedledee and Tweedledum in bed.
Yeah. Okay. All right, wicked. Aftermath Aftermath Wrestling Podcast. We will see
Signing
you
off.
next time.
You needed to play the music.
Oh shit.
Oh.
My mouse ain't working.
Oh,
Whole
no.
thing's fucking died. There we go. Is it back? 3. There we go. Let's do this.